Just like the title said, ignore that in the background. I know it's an eyesore, but can't do nothing about it. But what we can do about it, we can continue. We can continue to welcome in the new energy. We can continue to welcome in the new life. We can continue to welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in that Christ consciousness. Because what's happening is a lot of people are going to be paying the piper. I'm gonna be level with y'all. This is literally coincide with the music I make and with the message that you know, that I send out to the world, and a part of my destiny and a part of my duty and a part of my job description, you know, is similar to the things that Bob Marley spoke about. That's my first hero, right? That's my first hero. When I when I started listening to music, you know, Bob Marley was one of the first people that anybody would play, you know, all the Rastafarians, which is why I became a Rastafarian. Bob Marley is the reason why I became a Rastafarian. And not because he smoked, because when I wanted to start my locks and I wanted to start my dreads journey, I didn't smoke at all. I was actually in school and I was around a bunch of people that, you know, they weren't convincing or they weren't encouraging for anybody that wanted to do something that they dreamt of doing or they really wanted to do. So it was always me watching outside energies and changing myself or adjusting myself to suit the exterior. I wasn't doing the things that I needed to do to suit the internal or the interior. I was only doing things to adjust myself to society, you know, which is it's very detrimental to anybody's reality. It's detrimental to anything that anybody want to accomplish, and it's detrimental to your future. It's detrimental to what's actually going on right now, right? With this convergence, a lot of people is going to be paying the piper. Feel me? A lot of people is going to be paying the piper. I appreciate that. Like, what's up? What's up, Mason Leo 94? But yeah, with this conversion and with that eclipse, I saw something come through the eclipse, right? And I'm just gonna say that what happens going forward is gonna seem very spiritual and very physical. It's gonna seem like the spiritual and the physical is clashing because the amount of people that's going to be dropping, you're going to be shocked. I'm even shocked and I'm even surprised at the people that's already, you know, paying the piper. And this is not this is not to put fear in nobody's heart. This is not to, you know, make anybody this is not to make anybody go scrambling and wondering if somebody is doing witchcraft on them or whatever. This is the people that has been doing witchcraft. This is the people that has been taking advantage of the innocent. These are the people that's fallen. And I'm talking about outside of that said list. This has nothing to do with no list. If anything, this is Santa Claus list. If anything, this is Crumpet's list. If anything, this is Schindler's list, right? And the things that's about to start happening, I want everyone to enjoy their spring. I want you to have an I want you to have an amazing spring because this is how you say this is how you spring into your new life. This is how you spring into your dream reality. This is how you spring into a life, into a reality, into a into a reality and into a stage of life where you're just gonna be blossoming, baby. You're gonna be blossoming. While you blossom, you're gonna see all the pesticides and all the parasites. You're gonna see them. They're gonna be getting picked off by the birds. I told y'all before, the things that's going to start happening. This is before the list came out, right? I said that things are going to start happening to where it looks like somebody tied the politicians' shoelace together and they're playing a practical joke on them. Look at the news. Look at social media. Exactly what I told y'all was going to happen is happening right now, right? So going forward, let me tell you what's about to happen next. When the parasites and the worms and the vampires start getting picked off and they start falling by the wayside, tell me, don't tell me that I didn't tell you so. Because I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna be like, I told you so. Because I never used to say I told you so. I used to just say things and let it go. Right? And I don't give a fuck who take credit for it. Y'all can come back and check the motherfucking receipts and see the fuck that I said this shit. I don't care. I do this and I appreciate the people that actually support me because, like I said, it's out. It's not just because it's not just for the music, right? It's to free the minds of the people that's being oppressed and enslaved mentally and then physically. It's about children. I don't care about no grown yesterday nigga or yesterday fool that wants the same old to continue to go along with, however everything is going. They're gonna fall too. They're going to fall in line. Let's say that, right? The adults, the people that's in their adolescence, they're going to fall in line with the children of tomorrow because today is the warning. And they're going to start seeing people fall so fast, they won't even be able to breathe or catch a breath. They won't even be able to take a drink of water. I promise you. What I saw come through that eclipse, what I saw come through that eclipse, it was big. It was something like you've never seen before. So when spring, well, hello spring. Now is the time where you're gonna start seeing how they call it, the chickens come home to roost, right? They count their eggs before they hatched. They put all their eggs into one basket, and they thought that the evil that they were doing and the people that they were manipulating and conning out of their future or their energies or their spiritual wealth, or they're trying to do this thing where I told y'all about the honey pot, right? After you seen what's that movie called with Kim Jong Un when they try to honey pot you? Yeah, I mean I spoke about this years ago. But people, when you say something and it's the truth, it will sound crazy to a crazy person. It won't sound like the truth. So when things unfold and the truth that you spoke actually starts showing its face, they're going to look like they're going to look confused. They're not going to remember you said anything, and they're going to still come to you for answers. It's going to make you wrap your brain like you're going to be scratching your head like, didn't I just say this X amount of time, X amount of days, X amount of weeks, X amount of months, X amount of years ago? And as it comes to fruition, they forget because a pathological liar can't remember anything. They can only remember the next lie. They can't even remember the lie that they told you before. So when you bring up the lie that they told you before, and it's a lie that you twisted, they're going to agree with whatever you say, and then they're going to start talking as if that's exactly what they said to you. But you telling them what they didn't tell to you is not going to jot in their memory that they lied to you, because you just twisted the same lie that they told to you, and now you're telling it back to them to see if they remember what the fuck they said, and they can't remember. So what ends up happening is you go into a back and forth with who said what and what was said the right way, or what was meant, or how you took what I said. That's why I put it in the music. You can listen to every single one of my songs. It reigns true today. I'm on here expanding the message. I'm on here building the community. I'm on here doing the things that it takes to stand the test of time. I'm showing the world how to stand the test of time by standing the fucking test of time. I stood the test of time. I stood against people that I stood against people. I stood against people that wanted to take the easy way out. 11:11 on the timer as I said that. I stood against people that wanted to take the easy way out. I got into arguments, fights, disagreements, friendships, loss, because I refused to go along with the get along. I went against all the shit that the people wanted to fucking do. And I give that to having a father. Because a lot of people, they didn't have a father in their life that was present. They might have had a father around, but the father wasn't in their life. A few of the people had their father in their life, and the father was around. Those people, you can actually look those people up right now. They have full-time jobs, they have full-time families, and they are not in the streets because they had a father that was not just present, but he was also there and around. You could go around and you could see your father. You could go around and you could see your daddy. You could go in your house and he's there. I didn't see my father around. My father was working, and then my father was in the house. And because my father worked so much and so hard, he taught me every single thing that I needed to know before I started to work, before I started to get too comfortable chasing after friendships, chasing after relationships, chasing after things that serve me no purpose in the future. Because he even told me, look at where I am now. I can still go out and have fun. I can still go out and do this. I can still go out and do that. Right? So he didn't try to steal my future. He didn't try to steal my spiritual inheritance. He didn't try to steal my dreams or my aspirations, right? He was making sure that I was focused. He was making sure that I was ready for today. Because I'm ready for today, I can tell you what's about to happen tomorrow. Because what just came through, that eclipse, is going to be a lot of planetary activity going on this year, right? And I'm gonna be level with y'all. I had a horrible couple weeks into February. It was horrible, right? I guess that was my spring fever. I had what you would call spring fever, right? You feel, disoriented. You start feeling the energies that's shifting, right? It's not cold outside no more. It's not brick. It's the frost is actually breaking. So when the frost breaks and the heat starts to come in, the temperatures shift and you start to get sick. That's why my father used to tell me, even if it's a little bit, even if it looks nice outside, still go outside with a jacket, even in spring, because you can get sick. And I always, 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 even if I sweat, I don't give a fuck, nigga. That's my sweat. Just like it's my tears, right? Just like it's your sweat, your blood, and your tears. You can't be ashamed of that shit. When you see somebody on the TV and they're sweating, you think they're worried about the sweat that's coming down their brow, or they're worried about the message and they're worried about you. And as soon as I said that, 14:44 on the timer. I don't know why I keep doing that, but I'm just looking at the clock, right? My eyes are steadfast. and my mind is focused. So I'm gonna end this right here. What came through the eclipse is going to have y'all in awe. I tell you that. Before I said the politicians is like somebody tied their shoelace together and they're playing a practical joke on them, because look at what's going on in the news right now. Tomorrow, you're going to see so many people drop. You're going to wonder if somebody in your family is going to end up dropping. And I'm not, I'm just saying, because the evil people of yesterday, they can't stand in the day of tomorrow. And in the day after tomorrow, they won't be here. I need to retitle this live. The day after tomorrow, 1555. Oh my God, I am supreme, supremium. But nah, you're gonna wonder if somebody in your family is about to drop because of what this random person on the internet say. Nigga, I am McLeish, the Mac Gilly Losa, the promise that you heard of. I'm the servant to the Son of God. So when I say something to you, this isn't for my fucking benefit. This is for your benefit. So you're welcome.